MPs stabbing each other in the back, Parliament morally crumbling down around the very knees of the people that debate within its walls. What are we to do? My opinion coming up. Jeremy Corbyn is facing a backlash from the people that have so far supported him in the cabinet. Most of them have resigned, trying to oust Corbyn, and he has recruited a new cabinet or is in the process of doing so. Two reporters today, or presenters of Sky News, Adam Bolton and Eamon Holmes, have been increasingly interrupting supporters of Jeremy Corbyn, but sitting quietly and acknowledging everything that the backstabbers have been saying. Here is a man that doesn't get involved in tit for tat with other members of Parliament, doesn't feel the need to try and tarnish the character of those around him, the ones that are doing these very actions towards him. The leaders of the cabinet are complaining, picking out faults of Mr Corbyn, but not one of them has the guts to step forward and put themselves up for the role, or even have the intelligence or the guts to name someone that could step up to the plate, if indeed there is someone that can do that. Neil Coyle said on Sky News today that at a time where politicians need to come together, blah blah blah, and serve the public, why did you resign then, mate? Could the reason be that Corbyn is a man of integrity and a man of beliefs who stands by them, except in the face when he feels he has to stand by his party as their leader? He openly said he did not have confidence in the EU Commission, but because most of his party were Remainers, he felt he had to be, as their leader, in the same camp. He wants to renationalise the railways. He wants to block privatisation of the NHS, and the latter is the most important one to point out. I pointed out in one of my earlier episodes that the number of MPs taking donations for guaranteeing NHS contracts to private firms, if this is blocked, what happens to all them backhanders? Yes, I said it, backhanders. This is a man that goes against the grain. Where is he going to get the money for the NHS? By making sure that the corporate companies no longer get away with the taxes that they have been paying. He may be indirectly indicated in the past that if these big companies pay the proper tax, and the rich as well, they can use that money for the NHS. Now I'm guessing that if and when he does keep his leadership, he will make a lot of people look stupid. When he got the leadership, first of all, most of the MPs didn't want that anyway. I wonder why. The Conservatives are all over the place, but the resignees from Labour, rather than use common sense and stick with Corbyn, then come from behind and get one over on the Conservatives, they disband the party. Richard Bergen said it on Sky News today that MPs leaving the party have let the Conservatives off the bloody hook. It's not Corbyn splitting the party, it's the MPs going. Now, I feel that there is an underlying agenda in the Labour Party by these MPs resigning. I just can't get my head around why. Jeremy Corbyn voted against the Iraq war. He voted against Maggie Thatcher's poll tax. The evidence of this man's integrity is there. You only have to look where he lives. No big, massive, lush accommodation. No, Jeremy Corbyn must not go anywhere. He will change this country and change it for the better. There won't be an emergency general election. No one will push for it, as they know Corbyn will win, as is the same reason why no one will step up to the plate, as they know it could possibly end their career. Angela Eagle said in the past she would stand by the leader, whoever that was, and she now knows that he cannot serve the party or lead our country into a democratic space. She was one of the ones that voted for the Iraq war. Kay Burley said today, "You haven't just stabbed him in the back, but in the front and from all sides." Angela responded by saying, "I haven't stabbed him in the back. I tried to speak to him at the weekend and she couldn't get no response." Probably had an indication that she was going to stab him in the back. The whole thing stinks very bad. Kay Burley then asked her, will she stand? She didn't answer, but just started talking about him still resigning. She asked again one final time, Angela, will you stand? Today is not about having that discussion, blah, 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 blah. Jeremy Corbyn must not go anywhere, and the working class have to get behind him. Join Labour. It's almost £4 a month, the same price as a coffee from Costa. With Boris at the helm of the Conservatives, and if Jeremy Corbyn goes, God only knows, at the helm of Labour, things will spiral out of control. The lateral, calm mind of Jeremy Corbyn must stay. It's not Corbyn splitting the family.